you say we give these folks a good old-fashioned dime novel showdown?
I was on mute.
Oh, you were on mute. Okay.
Still learning this technology.
Oh, you and me both. You're like this is my first Zoom interview.
Awesome. So, hey, yes.
You're the guinea pig.
Well, look, your room looks like my room.
Yeah, it's a makeshift studio. Yeah. Everything we got up there. Well, cool. Thanks for talking to me today about Badland.
Sure. Yeah, man. Full disclosure, I just put my 2-year-old down for a nap. She wakes up. You'll probably hear my wife running through
That's cool. Hey,
we're all making the best of the new normal.
Oh, tell me about it. We're all locked up and for weeks here, and who knows how much longer. So this is the new normal. So that's totally cool with me. So
right on. Cool.
So what's cool about Badland is everybody's shut in, and all of a sudden it just surged on Netflix. So I know you're the star of the film, but also the producer. That's got to be great news to you that millions of people are now discovering your film when there's so much choice out there.
It's unbelievable. I mean, if you would ask me, what I thought would happen when we went to Netflix, I would have never thought this in a million years. I'm still reeling from it. I wake up every morning and do a happy dance with my little girls. I just can't believe the response. And it's about as organic as it gets. This came out, there was no marketing push. There was nothing. I think Netflix put out what's new this week on Netflix, and that's it. And the people watched the movie. It resonated with people, and that, this person told that person told that person. Then it started trending and people got to see the picture. And then it became number 3 in all movies on Netflix. I'm beside. It's crazy.
I can't understand if your character, I know he's a Pinkerton detective, but he's so close to being a bounty hunter too. What's the difference?
Because he's a detective, so he's tracking down the criminals. He's very similar. I mean, that's like Wes Studi's character. He's a bounty hunter. So basically, he has to catch the guy and bring him in for the bounty. A detective is paid to do his job, and his job is to track down these guys and bring him to justice. So he's not after bounties. He's just after the justice.
And you need a hook for your film, and what better hook than Trace Adkins? And talk about I'm just saying, you'd start the movie off with a gunfight and with a tense moment, and his voice, man, talk about intimidating.
It was crazy. And like all 6'5" of him. And I'm not a small guy. Trace Adkins, and he turns around, "You looking for work, boy?" I'm like, just that, but we had to lower the volume in the mix because his voice is so big. Have a subwoofer and you're watching that. It's feel like the footsteps from Jurassic Park and that, it's intense. And what a great guy.
Having legend Bruce Dern in your film, he's a benefit to any Western, but I think it's bad luck, man. He killed John Wayne, so.
He told the story on set. I'm not going to tell his words, but I heard the whole thing. It's in question. Did it hurt his career? Did it help his career? He's the only guy to ever shoot John Wayne. It's Bruce Dern. I get to work with Bruce.
Kill John Wayne, not shoot him. He killed him. Yeah.
It's true. To kill John Wayne.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And working with Mira Sorvino, Oscar winner, one-on-one. You had some real long, intimate scenes with her. A little nervous? I'd be.
Oh, yeah. I was nervous the whole time. That was some real acting, I must say, on my part, because I was nervous the whole time. But joking aside, she's as lovely as they come, as generous as an actor as you can be. She was amazing. She's an amazing person inside and out. She does, such strong work for women's rights and, in front of the camera, behind the camera. It was so amazing to have her in the film and get to work against such an amazing talent. And
did you go to cowboy boot camp, or did you know how to ride a horse already?
Self-taught everything. I watched so many. I'm a huge Western fan. I've been basically training for that role my entire life without knowing it. So it's funny too. The scene with Trace, that's all real time, no camera trickery. I literally draw from nothing, shoot everybody, spin it, put it back. We did it. Even though some of it's edited the way you see, it was always shot in one take, the whole thing. And we got done and, I'm talking with Trace, we're hanging out. He goes, "So, how'd you learn how to quick draw so good? Who'd you train with? Because I trained with such and such, and I never could quite get that, that." And he was like, "Who'd you train with?" I was like, nah. Movies,
Yes.
so just, YouTube. I mean, I just watched and mimicked, and that's what I did.
And that fist fight at the Quaid Ranch when you're fighting Hector looked kind of choreographed, but any loose punches, nothing ever goes right?
Well, yeah, I'll keep that to myself. But Hector was Omid Zader. He's our stunt choreographer, so he actually played the part, which was great because a lot of times, you're fighting somebody and you work it out. On indie film, you don't have a lot of time to work stuff out prior, right? There's not a lot of extra days to be doing stuff. So Omid came over the night before, and he and I worked out this fight for a couple of hours. And there was so much confidence, like, you know what, swing for the fences. We'll be as careful as we can. We both know we can take a punch and nobody's going to be offended. Let's do this. And we did it. It actually worked out well. Mostly like scrapes, cuts, bruises from rolling on the ground, taking hits, falling down, that kind of stuff. But not any loose punches. No accidents that way. But I did split my pants. So if you rewatch the movie, when we fall down, I'm choking him and he bites me and I kick him. You can briefly, not that anybody wants to see it, but you can briefly see I split my britches all the way. And they had to fly in another pair of pants. But a lot of the scene, we couldn't do anything about it. So it's in there if you look.
Hazards of the business.
Hazards of the business.
And, he's known for his sci-fi and horror work, but anything with Tony Todd, I absolutely love it. How'd you get him involved with the film? He had one of the best lines in the movie, too, badge against badge. I just thought he was fantastic.
I love it. Badge against badge. And out of Tony Todd's mouth. I mean, it's we have a relationship with his manager. Actually, Jeff Fahey and Tony Todd have the same manager. So we have a relationship with him, great guy named Jeff Goldberg. He's an icon in the business. So we had a relationship, and we always wanted Tony in the film. So it just worked out. But like I say, Tony, he brought his A game to this. He brought a whole backstory. He did all his research. And, it's the pivotal character in the film, obviously. Everything happens because of him, right? He sets everything in motion. But it's a small part. And he brought it as if he was the star of the movie. He came, he had a backstory. We took about an hour and a half, he and I, and we just talked about my motivation as Breacher and why did he pick me for the task and all that. And it was amazing, as if we were doing, a $30 million film and we were working out the most important things. We did it on this small film, and I couldn't have been more impressed with Tony on set. He was amazing. What a gentleman.
And I understand for a movie like this, you're kind of thinking up situations for bar fights and for, gun fights on it. But I think one of the most unique ones you did was, here are these guys dig in your grave to throw you in and bury you alive. And you wake up, you shoot them, they fall into the grave. I mean, and it's just, you just bury them. I thought that was such a great scene.
Awesome. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Somebody had to dig that hole.
It was deep.
And it was deep. I mean, it was probably 5 feet. Dan Watkins, who was in the grave, is like 6'4". He's a big dude, and he was like only sticking out like this much. So, that was a lot of fun. And we choreographed a lot of that scene on the fly. Originally, and spoiler alert, Ryan Kelly, who falls in the grave, wasn't. You should have seen Omid, the guy who plays Hector, stunt coordinator. He was like, "Whatever you do, when you get shot, roll the other way." And we had so the timing was tough because I had to kick him in the stomach. He had to, I had to pull the gun out of the holster, kick him in the stomach. I push him away. I shoot Dan, my friend Dan. He's in the grave, the actor, and then I shoot Ryan. And all the timing, and we do it in one shot, right? It's a one shot. We don't do any cutting, and we couldn't get the timing right between the kick in the stomach because, I have to kick him. He has a pad, but you had to kick him. So to recover from that, get up and get shot in that amount of time and be able to act like you're taking the shots and everything, the timing was crazy. And then we didn't have a lot of time. We were losing light. We were losing time. And we go to shoot and got the timing right. And he happened to stumble back and land on the big dirt mound. And as he's rolling off, I'm watching. And I don't know, you could probably see in my face like, oh, no, and he starts to roll. And I'm like, oh, we finally got it. And he's going to roll and fall in and whatever. But he didn't break character. He fell. He rolled in as if he was dead. He fell forward. And that was it. That was the take. It was the last take. And we only had like 2 more left that we could even get. And it was one of those happy accidents that it wasn't supposed to go that way. And it just makes the scene, right? giving you the inside scoop.
I loved it. My favorite part, and you told me. And Justin Lee's writer and director, your star and producer. You guys must have been joined at the hip from this whole process.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, we don't work together anymore. It's a whole other story in itself. But yeah, we made 5 films together. I love every single one of them, and you know, we're both on a different path these days. But you know.
And finally, did you get to keep any of the costumes or the hats? Because, you know, memorabilia.
Oh man, yeah, I have the hat. I don't tell wardrobe. I do have the hat. Oh, if you want to sit 2 seconds, I'll go get it.
Go get it. Grab it.
Sit tight.
I'll wait right here. Yeah. If you're just joining us, Kevin Makeley, star of Badland, is getting the hat he wore as he hunted down criminals from the Civil War.
Boom.
Oh.
There it is.
You were filthy the entire film too, huh? You were just dirty. You were dirty the entire film. It must have been miserable.
Entire film. Real dirt.
Yeah. Well, that looks great, man. I'm glad you get to keep it because that's like the cowboy's best friend is his hat. So.
Yeah, it's a character.
Kevin, thanks so much for talking to me today. Congratulations on all your success, and can't wait to see what you do next, man. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, we got a lot of good things in the mix. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I had to run all the way out back.
It's okay. But are you in LA? Where are you at?
Yeah, Los Angeles. Yeah.
Okay, I'm in Vegas. We're gonna meet sometime. You're gonna tell me the Bruce Stern, John Wayne story because I'm dying. I'm a big Western fan.
You know, we'll get together with Bruce Stern, and you can come, and he can tell you himself.
That's awesome.
We'll make it happen.
Awesome, Kevin. Thanks so much, man, and good luck with the film.
Thank you. Have a good day, partner.
Thanks so much, Kevin. It was awesome.
Thank you. Take
All
care.
right, man. Take care.